Little last minute pickups. Good morning. Made it. Day 3. Haha. 3. So far so good. Doing all right. Day 3, day 4, whatever. I see losing count. This is why I don't like to count, y'all. There's no counting in polykinetics. You just show up, you start moving, and you get in the groove. So I'm doing this every single day as often as I can until I move into my new place, because it's giving me something to do with my anxiety. I'm about to like jump through my skin. It's such a big opportunity coming up. And unfortunately, with big opportunities, they come with timelines. And so I've got to keep myself busy. And I thought, well, no better thing than to come back online. I do work at the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week actually now. And so that also takes out a good chunk of my time. But thank you everybody who's jumping in and popping in with me, working out with me. It makes it so exciting when there's more people. It really does. My biggest class that I've ever done successfully was a core class. Of course, that was my popular one. It was 9 people, I believe, including myself. And it was the most incredible thing I had ever seen since creating polykinetics. I had always dreamt of doing this with large groups of people. And I was really inspired by the Olympics when I saw the drummers. If you remember, I can't remember the location, but they had hundreds of these drummers, and they're all precisely identical to the one next to them, like down to the simplest of the precision of the timing was unbelievable. And I got very inspired. I was like, I want to see that with polykinetics. Could you imagine 1,000 people doing this all at the same time? Now that seems silly, but it actually makes a really, really cool kinetic art effect. And that's why I love doing this as many people as possible. It's actually quite neat. It's also very simple. It also gets very intense. So if this is your first time ever trying it, take it easy at first. Start low with weights, start slow with tempo, low and slow, or slow and low, wherever which way you do it, and then build your way up. A lot of people, good morning, darling, I see you, hello. A lot of people like to jump in and just go straight for the jugular, and it's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You'll get hurt that way. And our bodies, as we get older, it gets harder to heal. Especially if we're not feeding it with the proper nutrition to help it heal and doing what we're supposed to. So take that in consideration. Never let your ego overrun your ass or you'll get injured. So, I'm looking at all these different beautiful, wonderful songs. I have sequences, workout sequences to every single one of these. They are kept very simple so that your brain can send the signals down to your body. Your body sends those signals right back. Those two are communicating without your ego being in the way. And you won't believe the sensation you feel. It is the most amazing thing. It is the most craziest thing too. I've literally had clients, we're sitting there and we're doing sequences and they're like, and their face just changes right before my eyes. And I'm like, really? Oh, and of course I start writing down times. Those are what's important for me. Time thresholds. And then we progress from there. The more you do it, the more it works. So get up. Don't just watch this. You cannot get benefits just by watching. I do appreciate if you are just watching. You are helping me big time. But I do encourage you, get up, get your friends up, get your family up. And we're going to do a fun song. This is a fun song, I think. What are we going to do to it? Each little song has its own moves. All right, let's start with legs. I like legs. This is my favorite exercise move on the planet. So baseline at the waistline. Here. If you're not there yet, no biggie, you will be. Alternating knee lifts at a 2-count tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Doubles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Simple, guys. Woo! I want to get that beach body ready, right? So, body weight, just as intense as using weight. So you don't need weight, you are weight. Use what the good Lord gave you. Woo. And the good thing is this is so low impact, you don't necessarily need to stretch before. You might after the first one. So I see this a lot too. I see my clients doing this. Pull your knees out. Knees should be going forward. Hit, 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 hit. Never should be crossing. Pull them out. In, out, in, out. It's the same move though. You see, I switched my direction, but same move. And I know Einstein said doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is insanity. And keyword, different results. Now, I've been able to replicate this process several times, so I know this works. And everyone asks me, what's the science behind it? Well, it's very similar to when you do this. Very similar, only we're doing this principle to the whole body. So when you do the same move over and over and over again, you're building up kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy converts over to thermal. That's why we start to sweat. This just does it at a rapid rate. So it just speeds it up. How? Tempo sequencing. When you tempo sequence your songs, your body gets on a consistency rhythm and it just skyrockets. And then it does something like this, like it'll burn, 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 and it'll plateau. And then it'll burn, 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 and it'll plateau. So it'll do that as well. And the minute you stop, that process stops with it and it no longer burns or builds. So that is exactly how polykinetics works and has worked since 2014. Yeah, good stuff. Now we're going to switch it up. I bought some new dumbbells and I am dying to break them in. Ooh, wait till you see how obnoxious they are too. They are obnoxious, but I love it. I love loud, obnoxious, weird, different. That's what inspires me in the world. All right. Bicep curls, right? We know these. Only we're going to do in polykinetic style. So we don't just sit there and do bicep curls and think about how the day is going to go. We count. We focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. This is called a slow extended, slow in quotations, extended 4 count. So it's just like a regular bicep curl. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3. Hold. Simple. That's it. We'll start there. I don't want to confuse people. Confuse people, you confuse the brain. Nothing burns or builds properly. All right. Wait. Look at these. How ridiculous are these? They're supposedly supposed to be 10 pounds each, 20 pounds. Woo-hoo. They feel a little bit lighter than 20 pounds, though. Honestly, they really, really kind of do. But I told you they were kind of goofy looking. 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. This is kind of a short song, like 2 minutes, 41 seconds. Oh shit! My method is small space friendly. These barbells are not. These dumbbells. 2, 3, 4. We'll start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Up. Wait till you see my new space, y'all. Coming soon. Always upgrading, always next level. 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. So even though this is a slow extended, this is to a fast song. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One song, one area, one focus. Whew. My goal is to get through the song, don't get thrown off beat, which has already happened. Making small adjustments as I go. And this will prove you can handle bigger weights. You won't get bulky, girls. You won't. Not unless you're trying to. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. I'm almost there. I can see it. Woo! The hardest are always the last 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. My arms feel like jello. I'm going to take just a moment. So that is so ridiculous. I did the same move. The longer I do it, the more it burns and the more it works. Oh my gosh. Those were good. Those were great. So you cannot do bicep curls. That is quite all right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. The options are literally endless. You just pick a different move. You don't use the excuse that you're not going to do it or you can't do it. I can't stand that. And I get very offended when someone tells me they can't do polykinetics, because this is why I created it. So everybody can do it almost. Virtually everybody. Sorry, but even that motivational fella, no arms, no legs. VCC, vertical core crunch. Stay on the beat. The tempo scheming works for everybody, and it works to your abilities of what you can do. And it doesn't rely on someone telling you you have to do this, 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 this. I'm saying, yeah, you have to do this, this, but you have options while you're doing this, this, and this. And that's the switch up. That's what switches me different from everybody else, is that you actually have options here. And I remind people of that. I remind my clients that when we're in session and they're dying at a transverse plane, I'm like, I could see it in their face, but they're not telling me because pride. And they're like, and I could see it. And I'm like, whenever you're ready, I see that you're ready to tap out, but they just won't do it. I'm like, all right, go lower anterior. So I have to downgrade them manually. Never let your ego overrun your ass. But also play with your threshold. I know it sounds so wrong, but know where you start feeling that burn, and don't get scared to start pushing on it. You have to know you're safe. You are doing a single move at a consistent tempo speed. You're okay. You're not jumping around this, and getting down on the ground, and then, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, and then 500 pounds, No, not yet. We'll get there, but not yet. And now these are all basics. So know when you can start pushing that threshold, and know you're not going to get hurt. Also know when to tap out. So you can say, gotta take a break. Just like I did at the end of that song, threw those damn weights. I was like, not putting them down on ice. Nope, threw them. Boom. So, all right, that's kind of what it is. You find your sweet spots, and then you just start expanding that sweet spot. So we're thinking outside of the box and discovering sweet spots today. Oh, let me take a moment and thank my girl, Becky Jones, for my coffee today. She sent me some samples. This is called Bravenly Boost Brew, coffee with a boost. It's got all these mushrooms in it, guarana for caffeine, natural caffeine, and it goes to helping memory and cognitive functioning, helps support weight control, metabolism, which God knows I need, having psychomotor impairment. So this is what got me. It was like, I've been interested in mushrooms recently with my mental health. So she's like, yeah, go ahead, give this a shot. Now, I'll be very honest. I'm not a huge fan of the taste because it's mushroom. But I love how mushrooms make me feel, especially when I just sit there and eat them. Ask my friend, I'll eat marinated mushrooms. Just, boop, love them. They're so good. And I love how I feel after it. I don't eat food for pleasure. I eat food so that it does certain things to not only my body, but my brain. I'm very, very picky about my brain. So I do all kinds of brain health. And mushrooms are definitely a great way to go if you've ever thought about it. And of course, getting ourselves off the processed foods, those deep fried foods, that is a food I no longer eat. It's not even, I don't even miss it. I'm mad at it. I'm mad that it exists. I don't like fried foods anymore. They just tear up my system so badly, and then I'm in a brain fog for 2 days. I can't think properly. And I was like, what in the heck? And I was like, I had that deep fried piece of fish, didn't I? Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have, but I did. So then I do things where I'll do kind of like a detox, a lot of tea, a lot of water, a lot of salads with no cheese, because I got a little problem with cheese. And I'll just kind of really just overwhelm my body with good stuff. Blueberries, lots of berries, citrus fruits. So things that I know that are going to benefit me and trigger my body to do something or to perform better. If I eat deep fried foods and I try to do a workout session, even something as simple as polykinetics, I can't do it half as well. I'm struggling half as bad as my clients. I'm like, I'm really regretting that cookie I ate the other day. I'm having a sugar, collapse, whatever it may be. We had a little comment up here. Let me see. Good morning, everybody. I love that this is something I can physically do. That's exactly why I designed it. I was tired of, no offense, mainstream fitness people like Shaun T, the P90X people were okay. But most of them, even every single dance aerobics person in existence back in 2014, in existence. Yoga, guys, I couldn't do yoga. I was so large, I had a pendulous abdomen, I had busted knees, busted ankle, bad back, sciatica. Whoo. Pack-a-day smoker. Let me not forget that one. I don't like admitting that by any means, but I was a pack-a-day smoker for about 15 years. I haven't smoked, and July will be 3 years. I'm very excited. So July 4th, actually. Woo! Very excited. And yeah, it just, I wanted, my mind, everyone's like, if you have the will, you'll find a way. Mainstream didn't have a way for me without getting injured. So I felt very excluded. Very excluded. Even from, no offense, Richard Simmons, which my mom showed me at 8 years old, Richard Simmons tapes. And I felt discouraged. I was aggravated and I was frustrated at 8, 9, 10 years old because he's doing these dance moves. And I'm like, I got to learn a dance routine. I just want to work out, for fuck's sake. I just want to exercise. I don't want to be cute. I don't want to feel like I'm in a dance. I don't want to do that. I just want to drop this weight so I can breathe. And I got so aggravated as a small child. And that stuck with me my whole life. I went on and I toggled through life. I got bounced back and forth, up and down, all around, and shut out the other way. But then I found my way. So if you're persistent, you'll find your way. Not so much consistent, because life is anything but consistent. And I get really tired of that. Oh, you be consistent. Okay, well, you get knocked off the horse. You persistently get back up. You consistently keep trying. Yes, that's where the context belongs. Yeah, so love it. Anyway, if you guys have ever been curious, gonna go back now to where I was talking about. Give this a shot. This is great. Her name is Becky Jones. She's a wonderful lady. She's on my Facebook. Feel free. She can send me a little note, girl. I love you. Yeah, see, women empowering women. Resist and persist. Look at that. We were just talking about it. So yeah, good stuff. Mary Jess. Woohoo! Hello, girl. Oh, love her. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this conversation and this workout. Let's see. So yeah, I wanted to design something that was completely going back and forth, completely universal in the most sense of the matter, that everybody can do this. When I started doing it at home, I was like, this is too good to hold in for myself. I've got to tell people what I'm doing. I was like, because I've never worked out like this before, ever. And I went through martial arts. I even tried a dance class. I did try dance a little bit. I got more trophies in martial arts than I ever did in dance. But I was able to lose over 100 pounds. So, and this is all I've been doing for 9 years. I'm not ashamed. Check it out. So I no longer have that pendulous abdomen. Let me give you my bodybuilder pose. Oh. So, and this is all I've been doing. Everyone makes fun of me because I don't really do anything else. They're like, God, and I brag that I don't run. I don't jump. I don't have to run here to here, I don't have to cover large space right here. There's a lot of energy to be had right here. Now, if I want to, I can. That's the beauty. But I don't want to. I don't want to waste more energy than I have. Just me. That's just me, personal preference. Some people really, really, really love to run. Cool. I'm not one of them people. So, bless y'all's heart. Richard Simmons killed me. Right. See, it did for me too. I was so overworked. And then, of course, he shows all these people who do all of these things. And my mom pointed out one guy in particular. He's real goofy. He's all jumping around. He's like the most eccentric one of the whole damn bunch. And I'm like, okay, he's the weird one. Okay. And she's like, see how much extra he gives it? And I was like, okay. And the only first thing I thought it was, that looks like he's going to get hurt eventually. Because again, my thing was, I don't want to get hurt. I roll ankles all the time when I was big, just by walking, y'all, because my legs, I would walk like this, and then I would always go, boom, boom. That's where I blew out my ankles. And of course, with kicking boards and faces and stuff, it's really, really bad. So I have a lot of broken bones. But I could still do this and still get a really great workout and not hurt myself. All right, enough talk, more walk. Here we go. What am I doing with this one? Squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So no bouncing. It's very tempting. No dancing. Unless it's your hands. Your hands can dance. But I want the focus on those legs. Now depth. That's your choice. That's your ego. Excuse me, I got a burp. You're only going here and up. Cool. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you're going down here. That's ego. Now, I always encourage go as low as you can. As long as you feel comfortable. Sticking your butt way back there, like you're doing it for attention. Breathing. Get to my Zen zone. Those mushrooms are kicking in. There you go. See? And before you know it, you get in your Zen zone and you block it out and all of a sudden, boom, you're done. You're like, wait, what the hell? Kind of like the same effect when you go to sleep and it feels like you've been asleep for a second. And you're like, whoa, it's daylight. Were you ever the kid that closed your eyes for a second and opened up because you thought that's what sleeping was? I do that all the time, especially on Christmas Eve. My mom wonders why I grew up with an anger problem. But yeah, it's kind of the weird same effect. You zone out, your body continues to work, but your brain's like on a beach in Tahiti somewhere, or, you know, you're thinking about that awesome memory you have with your family, or you're thinking about what this song brings up. Now that's always an interesting one. We're going to get a little serious for a second. So music is a big part, not only in picking out your tempo, your move, but it's going to trigger memories. Now, some memories are great, and some of them not so great. And some of them are rather painful, but you still have to do the work, right? Even though those painful memories are hitting you. So what I tell people is just let them be. Use them. I use my negative memories I have them match my physical pain. So I let those two go head to head at each other. And funny enough, I take a back end and I let those two go to work. Now, if I keep thinking about that negative memory and I keep thinking mental over what I'm physically doing, I could get hurt. So I've got to abandon that mental. Fuck you, I got work to do. And I got to focus on what I'm physically doing so that I can make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm not going to get injured from it for getting caught up in the thought. It's easier said than done, but it is a practice. And it's so weird, the effect that you have when you think about that memory again. It's not as powerful as it was the first time you used it. I've used some memories up to 20 to 30 times. They're that painful. I'm really close to being able to talk to them without crying. And that's my threshold, is to be able to talk about those negativities without being overcome still by the emotion they hold. So they're just like little water-filled bubbles, if you will. negativity. And what we're doing with polykinetics is we're popping that bubble. We're taking all of that energy out, and we're channeling it into something physical. And there we are putting our pain into a process of positivity, even from a very dark, nasty, negative black place that nobody wants to talk about, not even myself. So this is what became therapeutic without needing to go to therapy. I'm going to do a 2-count shoulder press. It's a short song though, so it's only 2 minutes, but I am going to use weights. Weightless is just as challenging. Don't believe me? Try it. Try it. Now, if you're a particularly advanced individual, you're going to need weights, so don't get cocky there. But 1, 2, 1, 2. I've got a particular memory kind of stuck in my head, and I'm just going to process it now. No, I won't tell you what the memory is. In the day, in the night, say fives. I'm going to do fives. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to dwell on that memory. When your will is broken, when it slips from your hands, when there's no time for joking, there's hope in the plan. Oh, you told me nothing else to me. Oh, you told me nothing else to me. Ooh, struggling. Holy hell. Oh, we're getting there, Biggie. Hang on. Ooh. Really pinches at the end, y'all. Like that last 20, 30 seconds ain't no joke. I start like debating life choices. But give me a second. Wait for my soul to come back in my body. That was just 2 minutes. And that was the most intense 2 minutes. But it's supposed to be. So let it. How y'all doing? Oh my God. Bless your heart, honey. Ah, Mary, you're so cute. Oh, user said, I am so not a runner either. Yeah, see, girl. Feel you. Or man. Sorry. Don't want to assume. I have so many wonderful, wonderful women on my TikTok. I always assume. I do have male clients, though. Do not get me wrong. I have several male clients in real life in the gym. So, and they love this just as much. In fact, it was a male client who called this weightlifting Pilates. He's like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, it works though. He's like, I've never, every single one of my clients, I ask them the same question. Have you ever worked out like this before? Ever? No. No. Now I'm like, ooh, confidence, whoop, right through the roof. So this is very exciting. And yes, I do continue to teach polykinetics, which is the best thing in the world. I never thought I'd actually be doing this 9 years later. I really didn't. I was like, oh, maybe some classes, a community, event or whatever. But I didn't expect it to blow up the way that it has. Especially on the internet. Y'all are so cute. But I do try to follow as much of the progress as much. But right, it's just gotten so widespread. It's actually kind of cool. With the exception of people who are misusing this or not doing it properly and causing people to have a lot of injuries because they don't understand it. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blog, website. Google it. Bing it. Polykinetics. Brrr. Ask your phone. Who created Polykinetics? And this is what I found on the internet. Michelle Vargas. So, feel free. Dig in and ask me questions. I love it when people ask me questions about this. There's so many details. I never know what to share and what not to. Because as being something so simple, it's actually quite complex in its roots, I guess you could say. All right. This is a cute song. Legless or kneeless. Let my arms kind of rest a little bit. And we're going to go to the core. We haven't done core yet. Oh my gosh. All right, little buffer here. Next one is core. So if you've been waiting for a core exercise, go tell your friends. It's coming up next. Little core action there. Love you so much. Double it. See, it's challenging my balance. Woo. Singles. And the image of you being with someone else, well, it's eating me up inside. But we ran our course, we pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits. Angular positioning of the upper body very much matters. But play with it. Thank you guys so much for my little gifties. I see them. Break. So easy to dance, right? I second that. I love you too. Thank you guys again all for joining me. All right, here we go. Legs. I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute. Squeezing my butt cheeks. Please. Please. Only when you're ready. Only when your quads are nice and built. Tense the glutes. That's your booty. Doubles. To the very last second. And we're done. So that's it. Woohoo. So, yes, core time. OMG. I might lose my jacket over this one, so. Classic. My favorite song to do core. If you know me, if you've been following me, you know my favorite song. Here we go. Whoa. So, quick tutorial, real quick, for those who have been in 36 minutes. No, I'm kidding. So, right here, right where your bra would fall. So, and then from here, you're just gonna pull your shoulders back, stick your chest out, like like that. See, it's not a big movement. And then go, and then stick your belly out. Don't worry about it. It's like breathing. Almost like somebody was doing a slow CPR on you, if you will. And then when you do this one, think of that one as CPR. But it's up here, it's not down here. This is what other people are teaching, is when you shake your butt. No. I can feel that just trying to make fun of it in my back. Don't do that. No. Upper body. I even heard the sound clip where people are literally fighting. Is it side to side or up and down? God dang it, it's up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So this is a 2 count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Shoulders back, chest out, and then all comes forward. All comes down, and we're collapsing it on top of this muscle right there. This will cause it to actually swell inward against your stomach organs. So don't eat an hour before or an hour after this. You can drink water a little bit, but don't eat because it'll come up. So now we're going to give it a shot. We're going to put it into practice. 8 count. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And everyone asks me, what about the little fupa area, the lower body? Easy. Diet and this. These are my favorite exercises on the face of the planet, next to actually getting on the ground, which sometimes I actually do. I do get on the floor. I just don't do it here because I'm in a rather small space and I don't think you guys would be able to see me from a single camera angle. So just to be on the more pragmatic side, I don't do it for safety purposes. But we do all kinds of exercises on the ground. Don't matter. Up, down, all around. I've done this on machines, ellipticals, treadmills, arc machines, arc trainers, Stairmasters. Sled pushes. We do this with everything. If I'm testing people on a machine, I put them at 40 beats per minute at a 4 count tempo. Simple. And then I count how many reps they do. Simple. And brrr. Okay, next. And then I just test them on different machines for different exercises for different groups. That's it. But I don't like to build on those machines because we have to give energy into a machine in order to get something back from it, and I find that weird. It's like a weird catch-22. They are beneficial, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to polykinetics, it just has to be done a little differently. So I use a metronome. I don't use music when I'm testing on machines, so I do 40 beats per minute, and then I see either how long I can go or how many reps I can do. So have fun. All right, so now we got our tutorial all the way, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Let me see. My abs are sore from yesterday. I am too, and I'm feeling a little sluggish this morning, but we're going to get through this. Here we go. Let's do this. Come on. Now, oh, I so wish this was louder. Now, when it comes to people asking me, how long do you do this for? This song is 6 minutes. I don't do more than one all BCC song in a sequence, like in a session. Because you don't want to overwork those muscles and have them break down on you. So you always see me with my hand here. Always. I'm testing for hot spots. And if I can feel it super hot against my hand, it might be too intense. Or switch up the move. And let this rest. I listen to my body, not my ego. My ego's like, oh my God, look so cute. Try to look as pretty as possible. Body's like, just do fucking work. Let's just do the work. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, arm positioning. Where you put your arms matters. That is a matter of physics. Arms out to the side. Harder. Arms up. More intense. More challenging. But it feels like dancing. Out in front of you. Super challenging. Saw a little Russian lady, I guess, on YouTube doing this one. Claiming it was going to make your boobs bigger. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, guys. it makes your pec muscles stronger. So yes, have more definition, if you will. It doesn't make them physically bigger. It's very misleading. Firms them up. There we go. Using my arms just helps with the core contractions if I get fatigued and I don't want to stop. I can literally feel like my little muscle fibers. You're dancing on the inside. It doesn't look too impressive on the outside. The real work's going on inside the body. We're just here for the party. Alright, just gotta make it to that break. Have some more of my mushroom coffee. Break. Woo! So yeah, getting rid of it, look at that. Almost getting there. 3 or 4 days. The more you do it, the more it works. Woo! Let me do this. And go. Now the second half, I'm just going to go all into it. Safely. 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. I'm kind of using my arms to distract away from my core. This is a shared pain. So my arms are going to feel the pain similar to my core. Hashtag not alone. Woo! See, but it gets tiring very quick. So I go back to the task at hand. Core. Get to the end of the song. Core, end of the song. 1, 2. I don't worry about move switches. Simple. Get to the end of the song. One, two. So anytime I feel like I'm getting to my max level, downgrade the tempo speed. Woo-wee. I have a lot of sessions later on today, so maybe that's why I was hesitant on doing the core, because yeah, right, you get your core sore. Woo! It's very beneficial pain, don't get me wrong. Every step you take, you're like, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did. So it's a very awesome pain, but it's still sore. And guess what? That's a pain you get to brag about having. So I would literally go around my house, upper body up and down, cleaning, wiping things down, making sure my daughter is still over there, not putting stuff in her mouth. And done. And that was the coolest thing, is I would just literally I would listen to song after song after song after song. And then before I knew it, was 2-3 hours later, and I'm like, whoa, I am drenched in sweat. My clothes are drenched. And I'm just doing everything to the beat. Magic happens when you mix movement and rhythmic coordination. Everyone's like, that's dance. Oh, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It's rhythmic, yes. And anything rhythmic, according to science, anything rhythmic is aerobic. So that's why I call this polykinetics, cardio-infused anaerobic training, or cardio-infused strength training. So we're infusing aspects of cardio, respiratory activity into the strength training. Both are incredibly important. So both should be working together, not against each other. You shouldn't have to do 1 hour on one, 1 hour on the other. You should together, unity, right? Yin and yang, there we go. So, whew, and that is why we have polykinetics. Hence the name, many movements. That was a joint effort between me and my friend Mark. My Canadian friend Mark. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and tap out for today. I know I'm doing it a little bit early, but my classes start at 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time, which is in about an hour and 13 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead, take a little bit of an extra rest, and then go kick someone else's butt in the gym. Meet me again tomorrow, 7 a.m., same place, same time, U.S. Central Time. Let me know where you are around the world. I love when I get little little reminders that pop up on my phone. It tells me where people are coming from and visiting my website. New visitor from Amsterdam, new visitor from France, from Italy, from, there's a whole lot in England. Whole lot of England. Ohio was all over it yesterday. I've had some really wild places show up on that. So the geotagging. So it's so cool. So let me know where you're from and let me know what you think about polykinetics. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Okay. Thank you again so much. I love every single one of you for showing up with me and doing the work with me. We're in this together and we're going to do the damn thing again tomorrow. So have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.